Welcome everyone to today's Empyrion Workshop Showcase. Join me as we take a look at the Chinook G2-7.25-CGP. So today's design is called the Chinook G2-7.25-CGP. This is an unlock level 10 size class 2 capital vessel coming to us from creator cgpost1959. So now you can see where the CGP comes in on the name, but this is also a rebuild of his previous Chinook design. And obviously at unlock level 10 size class 2, this is meant more for a starter early game capital vessel. The Chinook has been doing really well in the workshop, so let's dive in and see what it has to offer. Now first off, there are some components on the outside of the ship that are definitely placed improperly. On the port side of the ship on the outside, some of the lights are placed incorrectly when compared to the lights on the starboard side. Because of this, they get a floating look to the ones on the port side, which definitely throws off the aesthetics a little bit. There are 3 entrances into the inside of the ship, one on the starboard side, which is a foot level entrance, one on top, which is access for either landing small vessels up top or getting outside for repairs. And of course, we have the back hangar bay area where you access it not through a hangar door, but through a shutter door. As you come in the hangar bay door, you will find some cargo boxes immediately to the side of the shutter door. And then there are many more cargo boxes all along the walls embedded inside, as well as some cargo boxes up top next to our thrusters and generators. You'll also notice there's an armor locker and an O2 station in here, as well as visibility of our warp drive core. Passing through the door underneath the warp drive, we come into our production area where we have a large constructor as well as some cargo boxes in the wall areas. We do have our fuel tanks as well as more of our warp drive visible and some oxygen tanks. You will also notice the technician standing here working at her desk. Now before we go up the elevator from here, we're first going to go through this doorway here, and as you can see, we are in the living quarters where we have a closet wardrobe type setup with bunk beds. We also have a shower and some more storage as well as a toilet. Going through the other door in this room, we come into another small hallway area where we have an armor locker as well as a cargo box, which is accessible both from here and in the production area near your large constructor. We also have next to the doorway here our harvest cargo box, and going this way is our foot level access door that leads down to the planet's surface. Taking the elevator up, our first door is to the bridge area. In the main bridge area, we do have 2 pilot seats as well as an NPC pilot seat. The side door on the port side here leads into the kitchen area where we have a sitting table, a food processor, and a single fridge, as well as access to another bunk bed and a small wardrobe closet. One thing to be cautious of in this area is once you pass through the doorway here, if your thrusters are on, you will get a high temperature environment. The side door on the starboard side leads you into the small medical bay area where we have a medic station clone chamber, a medical station clerk, as well as a bed for resting and a toilet over here. Immediately above the door where you come in, you will find a single medical scanner, which is the type 2 for covering some very specific ailments. And continuing up the elevator past the core and everything else, we come to the top side of the vessel where we have access to either landing a small vessel or just using it for repair access to either the single turret that is retractable or to the thrusters that are topside. Once again, this is the Chinook G2-7.25-CGP, and it is an unlock level 10 size class 2 capital vessel. With 17 fuel tanks, it can carry 45,900 fuel, and sitting here, even thrusters on but not moving, I have 65 hours of use. It comes with only 2 oxygen tanks for a capacity of 2,000 O2, but needs only 591 to fill it up. This is supplied by the 1 ventilator. It does have the 1 oxygen station in the hangar bay, and then the 1 medic station and 1 clone chamber in the medical bay. For weaponry, it comes with 4 sentry guns on the outside for protecting you against those pesky predators, and then 1 minigun turret on top for protecting you against drones. It has a total of 28 cargo boxes as well as 2 ammo boxes. It also has the 1 fridge, 1 food processor, and 1 large constructor. Now resource wise, this is cheap. The 2600 plus Sathium and 2400 plus Iron is easily obtainable on your starter planet by dismantling points of interest. The Cobalt should not be a problem because you can get that either from your points of interest or from going to your starter moon. And of course, because of the NPCs that are in the design, it does require 3 gold ingots. If you do not want to have to worry about gold for this, take the NPCs out and save a modified version to your own game. So what are my thoughts on this? It has a very good balance of cost to what you get functionality wise, and everything is very compact and easily accessible. While the large number of cargo boxes in the Hangar Bay area is nice, I personally would rather replace some of these lower ones with either pack mules or a similar design style ship. Now this does have some obvious drawbacks, one of those being of course the smaller Hangar Bay area, which means you will be carrying only a smaller hover vessel to start with. Visually it is a nice design, especially on the outside, despite the fact that some of the lights are placed differently. And again, as I said, it has a very compact, easy flow design, making it easy to get from one point to another very quickly without having a lot of walking around. Once again, this is the Chinook G2-7.25-CGP. It comes to us from creator cgpost1959, and if you're interested in trying it out in your own game, I will have a link in the description below. If you try it out and like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up and a good comment on the workshop page for the creator. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave me a like, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.